Hi everyone, I am the Dream Team Guru. I am joined, well, what you can see is there he is, with my rookie guru. Who we're doing a special episode this week because we play each other in head-to-head competition this week, and we thought we would commemorate our first ever battle in the Dream Team arena by this video blog.
We've had plenty of real battles, but this is the first Dream Team battle.
Most of the battles have been virtual, though.
It's true.
Yeah. So the other reason why we're doing it this week is week 3 is an important week in Dream Team. I thought we'd go through some of that, and just any generic stuff, really.
So I just want to kick off with a question, which is, did Ian Healy ever bowl in Test cricket?
I'll say yes, because why else would you ask the question?
And the answer is no.
Oh.
And another question to follow that up.
Yeah, sure.
So this week we're going against each other head to head. Are you going to help me choose my team?
I will, because that's how confident I am.
Alright, why are you so confident?
I'm confident because in the first 2 rounds my team has outscored your team.
Yeah, that's true.
And I helped build your team.
Yeah. And you deliberately made it crap.
I sabotaged it, yeah. Before we go on, I've got a question for you. Which 2 explorers had famous inland Australian expeditions in 1860 and 1861?
Burke and Wills?
That's true. I
Yes.
don't know if I can, but yeah. He knows his explorers. Does he know his Dream Team? Yeah, I think I've made a couple of good trades this week as well. I'll go through them. I'm just getting my app out of my pocket. Yeah. Okay. So this week I have had a good think about trading. I've got 2 Freo players who have underperformed so far, Broughton and Barlow. Barlow mainly because he got green vest in the first week, meaning he was the sub, and he didn't play for the full game. So that's going to hurt me. He will come down in price, I believe, quite dramatically, but I thought, well, if he drops in price and I've traded him, I'm just going to pick him up again when his value has bottomed out. So I've decided to keep him in. I'm going to wear the hit. I am trading Broughton out. I have traded him out for Birchall, barring him being selected, or not tonight. Birchall plays for Hawthorn and has had a good start to the season. I've also traded out Treelaw from GWS. I don't know why he was still in my team. He hasn't played a game yet, and I must have just missed it. But I've brought in Kennedy, who has been scoring pretty well and will go up in value. They're both the same price, and I'm not really losing out anything there. So that has meant that I have kept certain players which I'm not 100% happy to have in my team at the moment, but hopefully they come good during the season. So Birchall comes in, who's averaging 99, replacing Broughton, who's averaging about 60. Brian Lake came good last week, so I'm keeping him. I'm okay with Lenny Hayes. I probably wouldn't mind having someone around his price that's averaging a bit more. Barlow is safe, averaging only 59. Who else have I got here that's lucky? Porplesia and Callanan very much so lucky to stay in my team, but I've seen him as my unique pick. I reckon he'll come good despite only scoring 20 odd last week. The rest are pretty much just rookies who will go up in value. So I'm okay with my team at the moment. How about we analyse your team?
Yeah, cool. I'll just go grab that.
It would have been good to have that if you're ready.
Yeah, thanks for the feedback. So, but while I'm grabbing that, can you maybe explain to the other rookies out there what's the strategy in this week of the competition?
Cool. There's 2 things that you can be looking at depending on what you want out of Dream Team this year. First one is, do you want to win your head-to-head competition? Like, do you want to win your league? Or are you looking at being one of the higher ranked coaches out there? For me, I've always been about the league competition because I like the banter that it kind of ensues. You might want to actually come in shots. Yeah. But a lot of people are out there to either win the car or be like in the top 2% or whatever to have the bragging rights on overall ranking. Either way, this week is an interesting week because after a player has played 3 games, their price can change up or down depending on how good they've gone. Rookies being the cheapest players will go up considerably, particularly Magna from Melbourne, who's been averaging heaps in the midfield. as well as some other, particularly the GWS players, because many of them haven't played senior football before, will all go up in price this week. So it's good to trade in a player that you know is going to go up in price at this stage. So you might have got the wrong rookie, you might have got a different midfielder who has been green or red vested. It's good to then pick up your Magna if you missed out on him this week. Also, there's the defensive trade where you might have a premium player like I did with Broughton, who is over $400,000, but you know is going to take a price cut. He would have to score monumental this week to even just break even. I know he's going to fall in value, so I've traded him for Birchall, who's either going to keep his value or improve. That way I'm not going to take as big a hit financially in my team. And the reason why you do that is just say I kept Broughton. If he got injured in 4 or 5 weeks' time, I'd have to trade him out anyway. But I'd be trading him at a lower value than I picked him up, meaning that I'm going to have to pick up a player that I have deemed to be lesser than him anyway. So I always burn 2 trays in week 3 when the price change is about to happen. This week I've jumped on 1 rookie who's going to go up in value, and I've jumped off 1 premium who is going to go down considerably in value.
Yeah, all right, cool. Well, let's have a look at my team and see if there's anything we can do here.
Cool. So going through Rookie Guru's team, he's got Heath Scotland, who's averaging 92. He got found guilty on a charge this week. I have yet to see if he has been sanctioned by the club as such. You might want to keep an eye on selection table, see if he's been given a stint on the sidelines.
Okay, great.
Bug will go up in value. Here's an interesting one. Rookie, I nearly revealed more than Rookie has Corey Enright in his team, who we can see is 454 value. He's currently ranked as the worst starter in his team, averaging only 50 when he has other defenders who are averaging 118 points with only a 20-odd grand differential. So Corey Enright is in the Broughton kind of class at the moment. You might want to trade him for someone who's at a similar price.
Yep.
At his price, he's a premium. Yeah, because after this week, he will go down so much in value that you might even in the future be able to trade a bug for him because their prices will be
around the same.
Yeah.
Cool.
So in defence, I would suggest that the rookie gets rid of Enright. Going into his midfield now, he's had the captain with Scott Pendlebury for the last couple of weeks, which has been a good move considering he's averaging over 120. When I always say 100 is a good score, so 120 is a good one to put the captain's vest on. Who else you got there? Everyone there's kind of averaging in the 80s in his premiums, 80s or above. He's got Dylan Shield, which most people have in their team. He's been starting for the Rookie Guru, which has probably hurt him a bit in score-wise, but I'd probably hang on to Dylan Shield. I think he's got excellent job security. He's highly regarded by GWS, and he's a kind of a defensive pick. Everyone has him, so you kind of have to have him. It's just a decision if you pick him on your bench or in your starting 22. In the rucks, he's been going with Leuenberger and Redden. They're both good choices at the moment. Leuenberger particularly is a great premium option in the ruck. He'll only get better. Redden, first-year player, will fluctuate in points, and the rookie will have to decide week to week if he starts or if he's benched. In the forward line, okay, Franklin, Zaharaka, side bottom, all averaging pretty well. Dustin Martin, again, a defensive choice. Everyone's got him. He's been a bit disappointing so far, but I'd probably still hold on to him. Paul Pleasure and Cullinan will probably either break even or hold their value. And unfortunately, the Rookie Guru has been starting Israel Folau, probably on some bad intel here from me. I didn't hold on to Israel Folau. I got rid of him before the season started, only averaging 25. Trade him for a better forward.
Yeah. To be honest, that was more... I'd seen what he was capable of playing a different code and thought that was going to translate, and that's because I'm the rookie.
I still think Israel Folau will be a good AFL footballer, given he's playing in the worst possible side ever, and playing in the forward line. I think that in time he'll be a ruck option. I don't know if he'll ever be a really good dream team player, but I think he will bring excitement to a struggling AFL team, and will be a decent player to watch in the future. I reckon he'll adjust quicker than Carmichael Hunt has from rugby to AFL.
Okay.
Let's look at your bench now. Morris and Yagmore in the defence. Yagmore didn't play last week and only got 8 points on debut, so I think he'll be one that a lot of people might trade out this week. But really, I think you've got other players to trade out first, and he's not losing you any money at the moment. Rookie played Magna in as an emergency and has been playing Dylan Shield in the mid. I'd probably suggest changing those around this week. Magna's averaging over 100 in his debut season, so he kind of has to start for you. I've been playing Giles as my starting ruck ahead of Redden. So far he's been averaging a bit more. It's been a good move. This week GWS play West Coast. West Coast are top of the ladder, GWS are last. And West Coast have one of the best Dream Team performers in the ruck with Dean Cox. There's rumours going around that he'll be dropped this week because it's an easy win. If that's the case, it's worth playing Giles because he won't have much competition in the ruck and will probably outscore his average at the moment, which is already a sizable 90. So he might break 100, which is great for a rookie player, let alone a ruck player. So I'd probably play Giles ahead of Red this week. Maybe even if Cox plays, I'd probably do the same. I think I've been quite impressed with Giles. Stevenson didn't play, who's your fourth ruck. Kennedy is a good option. I'd hold on to him and maybe even start him. And Aaron Hall from Gold Coast is the last forward there on the rookies list. Most people have him and he has underperformed. He'd be one. If I was happy with all my rookies, that I would be looking at possibly trading for a better forward option. But again, he'll probably break even or improve, so nothing too damaging there.
Yeah, great. Cool. And any last pieces of advice for the rookies out there?
Always consider captain choices. So captain choices are important. If you've invested heavily in the midfield, it's kind of sometimes a set and forget thing. So if you've got Swan or Pendlebury or Ablett, you just give them the captain each week. I wouldn't shift it because they will bust open great scores each week. It's also important to give your thoughts to the vice captain. Particularly Swan and Ablett have missed a couple of games each season for the last couple, so probably give it to either someone with a high average or someone that's playing a weak team but is still renowned for scoring well. You don't want to give the vice captaincy to someone who's only scoring 80 odd. You still want someone who's in the 90s or the 100s to be your backup. And also always check your emergencies. Particularly if you're a rookie, you don't want anyone starting on the field who's not playing. So if you've got say a Ian Cullinan and he isn't selected, bench him, put in a rookie so you're still getting some score rather than a 0. And that way, if you've got your emergency somewhere else and another player withdraws late, at least you're going to get as maximum amount of points as you can for your team rather than copying a donut, which no one wants in their team. It's even better having Israel Folau in your team than copying a donut.
Excellent, great work.
We're always eager for feedback and criticism. Please feel free to send the feedback to me and the criticism to the Rookie Guru. I'm not sure if you've heard in the background, but we've had Mrs. DT Guru in the other room with Guru Junior. I'm not sure if they've been distracting with some of their sounds, but they do say a big and warm hello. They hope your team wins in the weekend, but then again, they're not playing us.
That's true.
Yeah, I wish you the best of luck in 4 of your 5 leagues this week.
Thank you, so do I.
And good luck to your team. May you dream team well.